Is the world heading towards a new war or even a nuclear conflict? Russia began invading Ukrainian territory on February 24, 2022, by the order of President Vladimir Putin with the aim of demilitarization and denazification of Ukraine. With this occupation, the world is very close to a new world war for the first time since the Second World War and the Cold War. Before and from the beginning of the occupation, Western countries, especially NATO, sided with Ukraine and provided weapons and financial aid to Ukraine, and they still continue to do so. In the face of this situation, Russia under the leadership of Vladimir Putin continued its advance in Ukraine by never taking a step back. In addition to the operation, Putin did not hesitate to threaten NATO and Western countries with war and nuclear weapons. After a long time, while the world is on the brink of a new war and even nuclear conflict, in this video we have compiled the nuclear powers of Russia and NATO according to open source data for you. Russia. All figures for nuclear weapons are estimated, but according to open source data, Russia has 5,977 nuclear warheads, the devices that trigger a nuclear explosion, though this includes about 1,500 that are retired and set to be dismantled. This means that Russia has the largest stockpile of nuclear warhead in the world. Of the remaining 4,500 or so, most are considered strategic nuclear weapons, ballistic missiles or rockets, which can be targeted over long distances. These are the weapons usually associated with nuclear war. The rest are smaller, less destructive nuclear weapons for short range use on battlefields or at sea. But this does not mean Russia has thousands of long-range nuclear weapons ready to go. Experts estimate around 1,500 Russian warheads are currently deployed, meaning sited at missile and bomber bases or submarines at sea. NATO. In a possible war after the invasion of Ukraine, NATO will take place against Russia. According to open source data, NATO has 5,943 nuclear warheads. Looking at the countries that are members of NATO, only 3 countries have nuclear weapons: United States, France, and United Kingdom. With 5,428 nuclear warheads, the United States has the second largest stockpile of nuclear warheads in the world. France follows the USA with 290 warheads, while the UK is the third and the last NATO country to have nuclear power with 225. Time will tell if there will be a nuclear war in the world, as there is a fierce competition between the two sides on nuclear power.